Hello, I am Barendipitous, and welcome to another Brawlhalla Underworld cast and crew interview. This time, I am pleased to be joined by Jubbs. I believe that's how you say it, right?
Yep,
Excellent.
that's right.
Uh, so, um, First question: what do you do in Brawlhalla Underworld?
I am a concept artist, as in I design some characters or change some outfits around, and I give them to the better artists for them to put in the actual episodes.
Yeah. So, so Jubbs is was more recently kind of added to our art team because you expressed interest, and I thought, you know what, why not, right? Um,
Yeah.
the only art that I've seen from you is like on paper and stuff like that. But I thought there was a nice, simple charm to the art that you have made, and um, I'm, if I'm being honest, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to use all of the artists and everything, and especially with school starting for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I'm still very thrilled to see you and other artists come into Brawlhalla Underworld because this may be an audio drama, but there are so many opportunities for like really cool art and like showing the concepts of what happens in the audio drama. So it's good to have you here. So explain how you heard about this fan project and how you came to be interested in it.
So I heard about it a while ago when I first found out that one of my friends had liked your tweet actually about this new audio drama starting up. And then I also saw you in one of Shorpy's videos. So yeah, of you complaining about him not giving enough lore.
It was less a complaint and more of a constructive criticism. If he claimed to read the lore, I'm just saying,
Oh yeah.
whatever. It's its own thing. But that's not the point here.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Schwarpy and I are cool actually. But anyway, it's just fun to poke fun at each other. Um,
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, I'm glad to know that some people have discovered me through the ire of Schwarpy himself. So anyway, currently, I know. So you are quite new to the project as of a few days ago.
Yeah.
Today is August 30th, by the way, and the time that we're recording this. So currently, 10 episodes have been fully written entirely. Uh, I'm curious. Uh, how much of the completed scripts have you read? This is a setup for the next question, so don't worry if you haven't read very much. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I haven't read very much purely because I would kind of want to experience everything firsthand.
Oh, I see. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
I mean that's certainly understandable. So
I know it would be really hard for me, especially because I read so many of the messages and a lot of them have um air quote spoilers.
people like we do talk about
Um
this. Like we don't worry about spoilers in our server because the scripts are right there for everybody to read. Um,
yeah.
okay. Um, if you are, so I guess this is not something I knew about you, Jub. So, um, as you know, the first episode comes out on October 2nd. So, I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure not everything will be spoiled for you by then. Um, there are lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you probably should know that there are times where, like, when I have an episode pretty much completed, then I have people like I invite people to come into VC and to like listen to a preview of it. And so people will probably
Yeah.
talk about in the VC chat or whatever how much they like it and what happened and whatever. So
Hmm.
obviously you can feel free to mute or whatever as you like. Um,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna join those. And I know I obviously will take being part of the team over a simple spoiler any time of the day.
sure. So,
And if I
yeah.
get spoiled, I don't care.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So any okay. So the reason why I asked that question, and I ask these questions to everybody in these interviews, like how much of the completed scripts have you read? Because the next question I had, and I'll have to modify this a bit for you. Um, I've had been asking people to silently picture in their mind their favorite part of the story, and to, without explaining what the scene actually is, without giving spoilers to our listeners here, explaining in general feelings why that's their favorite part. Since you don't, as far as I know, you don't have a favorite part right now. Um, you haven't read anything, so you know what? I'll ask you this then. What are your so regarding the story, regarding like what happens, how the characters are portrayed, and like, um, what are your thoughts and expectations and hopes for this audio drama as a potential listener?
As a listener, my hope is that it grows enough to where there will be like people will like fall in love with it in a sense where like there will for sure be diehard fans
Hmm.
because this has so much potential seeing as it's um a kind of new idea for the Brawlhalla community.
Yeah.
And I just honestly think it will be one of the greatest Brawlhalla community projects and one of the best ways to grow for everybody to grow in like their talents.
Yeah, and I mean that is one of the reasons why I invite so many people into this project, because not only do I want this to be good and I want to make sure that stuff gets done, and so yeah, having a lot of people organized to do it, but also this is an opportunity, like you said, for people to grow their talents, to have an experience that they probably wouldn't otherwise, to be involved in some sort of production like this. And I'm very that certainly wasn't my vision at the very beginning, back in March when this all started for me, but um, certainly that's kind of what it's starting to become now. So those are your like hopes and expectations for the series itself. What do you think? I'm more curious what you're hoping about the story and the characters. Just thinking about what will happen in the audio drama itself. What are your thoughts and hopes and expectations of it? I think you may have seen a few of the character designs, perhaps, or
Yep.
whatever. Um, just based off the very little information that you know, um, what are your hopes for what the audio drama itself will be like? The plot, the characters, the production.
Well, in general, after seeing some of the character designs, I'm already impressed, and my hopes are very high for the just everything because of considering how good almost all of the no, literally all of the artists are. And knowing you, I definitely know that it will be written very, very well.
Oh, thank you. Have you ever, besides my tweets, I don't know if you've ever actually seen any of my like writing or anything. So I'm a bit impressed and
I
humbled that you would
have,
say that.
I actually have watched quite a bit of your YouTube.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hmm.
So like my Baron Quippity podcast and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see.
Yeah,
Well, all right then. Well, thank you.
no problem.
Cool. Script writing is certainly a different thing, but a lot of people have said that they really like how. Well, I've I don't like. This is probably like talking like this is probably dangerously approaching the humble brag thing, and I don't mean it to be, but people have said that they
Oh,
really
I
like
don't.
how it's written. But at the same time, there were a few times where there was one time where one of the voice actors really struggled with this one line, and he kept saying it over and over and over again, and just like it's just a just like a clumsy line that's very wordy and everything. So I think it turned out fine. We'll see. It was just kind of funny. Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
anyway, we shall see. I'm very excited for how things are turning out so far. I hope to get episode 3 in production pretty soon. And yeah,
yep.
so the final question I have for you is so again, you don't know very much about the story or the setting or whatever, but I assume you know that this is Brawlhalla and Valhalla reimagined in a film noir mafia setting, right?
Yes, I do know that.
Great.
Yes.
So, just with that in mind, um, well, where do you think you would be? What do you think you would be doing if you were in the Valhallan underworld, the Valhalla and Underworld being
Mm,
the like the mafia thing. So you as
yeah.
Jubbs, where would you picture yourself being in all of that?
I would, okay, so lore-wise, I would, so just from the character designs of Dusk and my upcoming one with Ragnir, I would imagine myself among the Feywild maybe. I just
Okay.
love the lore of all the Feywilds, and they kind of seem like the type of people to be, um, how do I say this? Posh, but also like a little bit crazy,
Okay. Very nice.
which I really like especially in anime when they portray things like that.
Oh yeah, certainly. I'm also a big fan of things that look like fancy and suave and everything, but maybe with a little bit of a with dark undertones here and there.
Hmm. Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
like to think you definitely get a feel for that just in the first few episodes, certainly. So
Uh,
maybe not necessarily of Dusk and Ragnir. They're not like immediately in the first couple of and they're not,
yeah.
but just the underworld in general. So great. To conclude, was there anything else you wanted to say, or are there any questions you have for me at this point?
One thing I would like to say is just I cannot wait until everything's released to YouTube, until we get everybody's reactions, because this has been such a hard working crew cast, and I think everybody would appreciate it if like some recognition was given to like especially the you and the voice actors and the artists. Not including me because I literally just joined and barely did anything
Well,
except for
will be a lot more to come beyond these 10
messed around
episodes.
in the general chat.
Nice. Well, I mean, there is more planned beyond just these 10 episodes. I have
Yeah.
a few seasons in the works. I haven't written anything. I haven't written much
Wow.
past the 10 episodes, but I do have general plot ideas for a few seasons ahead. Um, I don't plan on this being an indefinite project. There will be some sort of ending at some point, but it will not be soon. I will say that.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, episode one, as I've said here and elsewhere, will be uploaded on YouTube on October 2nd, and then
Can't wait.
every what? Oh yeah,
Can't wait. Yeah.
and then each other of the 10 episodes of season one will be uploaded each Friday after that. So October 9th, October 16th, and so on and so forth. Um,
It's gonna be so cool.
so yeah. And we are literally 1 month and 3 days away from that. So, um, internal screaming. Anyway, yeah. So thank you once again, Jubbs, for being here and chatting with me for a few moments.
Yeah.
And to all of
Nope. No
you,
problem.
yeah, thank you. And it's good. It's good to have you with us as well. I look
Good
forward
to
to
be here.
seeing the sketches that you will make of the characters in the near future. And yeah, for those of you listeners out there, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time in the Valhallan
Yep.
Underworld.